Hello everyone, and welcome to another thrilling adventure into the unknown. Every once in a while, we hear about strange creatures spotted in the most unexpected places, from a fisherman who nearly hooked a monster to someone discovering giant human footprints in their backyard. At first, we all tend to brush it off, thinking it's just another wild tale or prank. But what if some of these sightings were actually caught on camera? In today's video, we're diving into 8 jaw-dropping moments where mysterious creatures were filmed and the world may never be the same again. Could scientists finally have an explanation, or will they be forced to admit that these strange beings might just be real? Let's get into it. Number 8. On Friday, March 11, 2011, northeastern Japan was struck by a catastrophic 9.0 magnitude earthquake. Scientists say earthquakes this powerful only happen once every 600 years in this region. The tremors triggered a massive tsunami with 30-foot waves, flooding over 215 square miles of land, destroying buildings, and leaving over 16,000 people dead and more than 2,000 missing. In the aftermath, countless videos flooded the internet, but among them was one that showed something truly bizarre, a mysterious creature rising from the water before vanishing just as quickly. Some believe it might have been a strange sea animal, a species that science still knows very little about. Others suggest it could have been a chemical reaction or gas leak, but whatever it was, no one can seem to explain it. Let's take a closer look at this eerie footage and see if we can unravel the mystery together. 7. Gigantic worm from Iceland. Ancient Icelandic legends speak of a creature resembling a giant worm said to dwell in the icy waters of Lake Lagarfljót. The first mention of this mysterious beast dates back to 1345. Fast forward to 2012, when a local camera enthusiast captured something strange swimming beneath the thin ice. While some skeptics argue that what was filmed is just a piece of fishing net drifting with the current, others have started to reconsider. Could this be the legendary monster of Icelandic lore, still lurking in the depths after all these centuries? There's no definitive answer, but one thing's for sure: the mystery surrounding this ancient creature is far from over. 6. Luis checks the mail. Luis Camacho was getting his mail one sunny afternoon when something strange made him stop in his tracks. His surroundings, usually so familiar, suddenly felt off, like something wasn't quite right. As he scanned the area, that eerie feeling intensified until, out of instinct, he dropped to his hands and knees and peered into the nearby sewer grate. What he saw down the long tunnel made his heart skip a beat. A giant alligator, its mouth wide open, stared back at him from the darkness below. The beast let out a ferocious hiss, a clear warning to stay away. For a moment, the two locked eyes, frozen in a tense standoff. Louis, feeling the weight of the danger, quickly backed away, his mind racing. He immediately called the authorities, and soon enough, the alligator was removed from the area. But that moment stayed with him, a chilling reminder of just how close he had come to a life-or-death encounter that he likely wouldn't have survived. And here's the unsettling part. If you look closely at the footage, you'll see something even stranger: a small green ball resting near the alligator. Could it be that just moments before Luis arrived, a small child or even a dog had ventured near the sewer, only to come face to face with the same creature? It's a thought that sends shivers down your spine. 5. Weird monster from China. In 2015, workers at a water drainage system near Shenzhen, China, made an unusual discovery: a strange, unidentified creature trapped in the water. Confused and unsure of what to do, they placed it in a metal cage. The creature had long claws, no fur, and seemed desperate to escape, bending steel bars and even breaking a couple of its teeth in the process. Many locals believe it could be the legendary water monster from Chinese folklore, while others speculate it's a small sun bear, possibly acting more aggressively due to polluted waters. But despite all the theories, no one has been able to definitively identify what it is or where it came from. The mystery remains unsolved. 4. $5 flying spaghetti monster. In June of 2015, a group of oil workers aboard an offshore rig near the coast of Angola made an astonishing discovery at a depth of 1,400 yards. Using a remote deep-sea vehicle, they captured footage of a creature unlike anything you'd find in your biology textbook. What's even more bizarre is that it bears a striking resemblance to the flying spaghetti monster, a parody god from the Pastafarian religion. Experts from the British National Oceanography Centre believe the creature could be a type of siphonophore, a deep-sea organism that can form colonies measuring up to 65 feet long. But beyond that, there's still a lot we don't know about these elusive creatures. What exactly did the workers capture on camera? 3. For the past 20 years, rumors have circulated in Japan about giant humanoid creatures lurking in the freezing waters of Antarctica. Known as ningen, the Japanese word for human, these mysterious beings are said to be 100 feet tall with human-like features, including hands, legs, and faces. Several whale-watching crews have reported sightings of these creatures, and it's not just a one-time thing. A few years ago, footage surfaced showing what some believe to be one of these fantastic monsters underwater. However, the person who captured the footage chose to remain anonymous, and the video quality was poor, leading many to believe it could have been faked. Some suggest it might have simply been a giant white whale or a massive manta ray, but the mystery of the ningen persists. 2. A popular YouTuber was on a solo hiking trip, enjoying the peacefulness of the wilderness until he started hearing strange noises from deep within the woods. At first, he brushed it off as just the sounds of nature, but as the noises grew louder and more distinct, his instincts kicked in. Something wasn't right. His fears were confirmed when he stumbled upon a series of large, unrecognizable footprints in the dirt. They were unlike anything he'd ever seen before, and his heart began to race. At this point, Leviathan knew it was time to go, but then the noise came again, closer this time, and unmistakably predatory. With his adrenaline surging, he knew he had no choice but to retreat back to civilization as quickly as possible. His mind raced with questions. What had made that noise? How big was it? 1. The largest gator ever. Imagine walking through a peaceful nature preserve when suddenly a massive, scaly creature crosses your path. That's exactly what happened to visitors at the Circle B Bar Reserve in Polk County, Florida. As they walked along the trail, they came face to face with an enormous alligator, its rough, armored body blocking the way. Fortunately for the visitors, the alligator seemed more interested in finding water than in hunting for food. Still, the sight of such a giant creature up close left everyone on edge. The largest alligator on record in Florida is just over 14 feet long, but wildlife officials believe the alligator in this video could easily surpass that length. The only problem? They're too scared to get an official measurement, and honestly, who can blame them? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss out our next video.